Welcome, everybody. It is a pleasure to have each of you today. Welcome to the December 4th session of the CapTech Talks, a webinar series offered by Capital Technology University. Thank you for joining us. My name is Bill Gibbs, and I'll be the webinar host and moderator today. I'm very pleased to welcome Dr. Brad Sims, President of Capital Technology University. Let me try that again. President of Capital Technology University. Today as our presenters. I will introduce Dr. Sims briefly. Here's today's agenda. We'll have some session pointers followed by an introduction of the presenter. Then Dr. Sims will make his presentation, and following the presentation, we will use time for questions and answers. And let me just say that at any point you can type in to the text chat any question or comment that you would like to make. We will be monitoring that, and that is the way that we will post all of the questions and answer them by reading those. Now, the session pointers, this is just a little bit of housekeeping, and then we'll get right into the presentation. We'll answer questions at the conclusion of the presentation, but you can post them at any time. We're not activating microphones or webcams for this webinar. We'll be sending a link to the recording as well as the slides to all registrants for this webinar, and that includes those of you that are watching it live and of course those who will watch it on demand. A participation certificate is available for all CapTech Talks webinars, and at the end of the session I'll let you know how to get that certificate as well as how to obtain a recording and the slides. With that, I want to get right into the presentation. Our presenter today is Dr. Brad Sims. Dr. Sims is president of Capital Technology University. He's an educator, administrator, and construction project manager with extensive experience in both academia and industry. His academic experience includes being interim chancellor and chief academic officer at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University's Worldwide Campus, dean and professor of the College of Technology at Indiana State, and professor and department head at Western Carolina University. Before transitioning to academia, Dr. Sims built a successful career in the industrial construction industry. He earned a PhD in curriculum and instruction from Purdue University, a Master of Science degree in building construction from the University of Florida, and a Bachelor of Science in building construction management, which is also from Purdue University. Dr. Sims, we welcome you, and we're honored to have you join us as our presenter today. I give the floor to you.
Thanks, Bill. Let me go back here to slides. No, I think that's the first one. So today we'll talk specifically about one of our newest degrees. It's an online Bachelor of Science in Professional Trades Administration. But when we created this degree, we created it quite specifically to accept all sorts of transfer credit. And we even worked hard to get approval to allow apprenticeship training credit. We'll go through these details in a moment, but it is a completely online degree from Capital Tech. So, as Bill mentioned at the beginning, my background is construction management. I worked across the United States, mostly in industrial construction, and worked a lot with trades folks in both the union side and the non-union side. At one project in California, I worked for a union contractor. We had over 500 tradespeople working for us, and next door to us was the non-union counterpart, and they had over 500 tradespeople. So we know that the industry for trades folks is tremendous needs for the trades folks, but we also want to be able to provide people with transfer credit, whether it's a trades, community college, other university credit, an easy way to bring that in to a degree and then finish it off in what we'll talk about in a moment, business focus, so that you can get a completed bachelor's degree, which you may need in the future, or if you just want to complete one. bit about Capital Tech. So Capital Tech is a private, nonprofit, fully accredited university in Maryland. We're in Laurel, Maryland. It was founded in 1927 in Washington, D.C. by a Navy vet who, when he got out of the service, he started teaching other folks how to build radios. And we are accredited by the Commission on Higher Education of the Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools, which in our region of the country is the best accreditation you can get. Other schools that might have it are University of Maryland, University of Massachusetts, any of those areas have this Middle States approval. We do offer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Some of our bachelor's programs are offered on campus, some are offered online, and our master's and doctoral degrees are offered completely online. Capital Tech is noted for having a great placement for the industry. You know, our focus here is careers. If you're a bachelor's student, we want you to walk out the door and have a great career. If you're a master's or doctoral student, we want you to enhance your career. So for the bachelor's degrees, we're proud to say that in all our degree programs, we offer over 80% placement in the industry. We have one of the best return on investments for education as well. So there was a report that came out of Georgetown University, which ranked all 4,500 colleges and universities across the United States on their return on investment. And out of the 4,500 colleges, after your lifetime of work, Capital Technology University was ranked 120 for the return on investment. So we're very proud of that. For the bachelor's degree, we do offer a commitment so that if we have a bachelor's student that completes the bachelor's degree with all the requirements, if they do not have a career job placed in 6 months in an area for the salary that's market to that area, we'll allow you to come back to the university and obtain a certificate in another area for free. And we had very few people ever need to do this. So as we go into kind of the industry job demand, here's a chart that I thought was pretty good. So this talks in general about construction. If you look at the construction industry, so the construction industry is made up of all sorts of trades folks, building all sorts of projects. So based on ABC, Associated Builder and Contractors demand, of course, the virus has slowed things down, but without the virus, you can see the growth in both construction spending across the United States and the growth in demand for employment, whether you're in the trades or you're in management. And so that is historically part of the economy that's driven by construction. And if you look at the employment size, if you take away the government and military, as far as jobs, the whole construction industry as a whole is the largest employer in the United States. It's a huge economic engine driver in the United States. And when you have slowdowns like the recession of 2008 or the virus, you're going to see the construction industry come right back because it really drives our economy. And this just shows you how the demand of spending and employment really continues to grow. One thing about the trades is that they're involved in all sorts of building projects. And, you know, this is just a sample from, you know, what most people see is a house getting built to what I was involved in, such as refinery construction, the hospitals, hotels, transportation systems. It takes a lot of different trades, a lot of different management positions, a lot of different engineering areas to grow and build these facilities, design these facilities, put these facilities into place. And we have put together this degree that we think will allow you to take transfer credit from all these different skill sets and complete your bachelor's degree. So we want you to get the most out of your transfer credit. And so that we want you to take whatever training you've obtained. We want to be able to evaluate it and help you complete a bachelor's degree quickly from Capital Tech at a reasonable price. Some of the areas that you may think of for transfer credit and this just kind of highlights some of them, not all of them. But in general, you know, if you went to another university and you had some credit, or you went to a community college and you had some credit, those are the standard classes that you can automatically transfer in towards the degree. But besides that, there's a lot of different type of credit that we want to take a look at to help you along the way. One of our newest partners is the National Center for Construction Education and Research, which is NCCER. You may obtain a credential from there in one of the many trades fields. So whether you did a year with them or your whole entire apprenticeship training with them, you could have 42 hours of elective credit that come right in for this particular bachelor's degree in professional trades administration, but your credit can go towards any of the bachelor's degree programs we have, depending on what electives they have available for you to fill. But if you're an NCCER student, you went to high school maybe and got level 1 or 2, or you went through ABC, AGC, or company training, all that can be transferred in as college elective credit, and we want you to get the most for that here. There's also American Council for Education. It's ACE credit. So maybe if you were in the military, you have different training that was accredited by ACE, and they have a transcript. We want you to send that in so we can give you elective credit for that. We give credit sometimes for professional certifications, especially in the IT cybersecurity space. You may have transferable certifications from that. We also offer a portfolio assessment. So this is life work experience. So under the requirements for that, you send it in and be evaluated for possible credit. We take credit for college level examination programs called CLEP. We take credit for defense activity for non-traditional education support and other validation exams. This address here, work evaluation for credit at captechu.edu. Please write that down. You're going to copy these slides. But if you have any question about what you think could potentially be elective credit that transfers in, that's where you send the question to this email address, work evaluation for credit at captechu.edu, so we can get a response to you to see if it's credit that we potentially apply towards elective credit here at Capital Tech. So we at Capital Tech, in the bachelor's area, we do offer both online and on-campus classes. These degrees that you see here are online bachelor's degrees. You can complete all 4 years online. We do offer the bachelor's degree in construction information technology and cybersecurity, bachelor's degree in construction management and critical infrastructure, bachelor's degree in construction safety, bachelor's degree in counterterrorism, bachelor's degree in cyber analytics, bachelor's degree in cybersecurity, bachelor's degree in facilities management and critical infrastructure. And what we're going to talk in detail in a moment about is our new bachelor's degree in professional trades administration. So those are all complete online bachelor's degrees that you may be interested in, and you can also transfer credit towards technical electives. On campus, we have several bachelor's degree programs. I won't read through them, but you can see what they are here. And if you go to our website, you can see descriptions of each. They offer elective credit. Some offer a lot, some offer a little. It all depends on how many core courses you have to take to get that degree program, but you can transfer in elective credit towards all these degrees to some level. And it's evaluated per degree program of how much credit can come in. And elective credit, such as NCCER credit, will come in as technical elective credit, but you may have went through school and had a community college courses in English or math or something like that, which you can additionally transfer in, and it helps speed up the completion of your bachelor's degree program. So a little bit about this degree, the Online Bachelor of Science in Professional Trades Administration. This is our most transfer credit friendly degree at Capital Tech. This program gives you skills, analytics, decision-making skills based around business issues. So it's very good for somebody who is interested in business or may want to start a business. That's what this degree program really is to help you with. And if you transferred in your technical elective credits and maybe some community college or other university credits, and you had only so many hours to go, that would be for us a minimum 30 hours that you have to take. So you could transfer in 91 credits of other university credit or technical elective credit from a trades program, apprenticeship program, ACE credit, and only have to take 30 credit hours, which is 10 classes from us. It depends on how much you have that you want to transfer in, how much we can take, but that's the minimum you have to take from us. But if you transferred in, let's say you're an NCCR student, you could transfer in your full 42 credential hours, and that would take a big chunk of classes right there. This program, as I mentioned before, is really based around supplementing your business skills. Now, most folks can do the work, especially if you're transferring in a lot of technical trade skills. You know how to do it. You know the hands-on area. You know how to build it. You know how to fix it. You know how to make it work. We're giving you credit for that. What many people in small business do that makes them fail are these areas here, which is one of the major ones, is they don't understand cash flow, how to keep the business moving along based on your cash coming in and out. The other areas are retaining an inadequate management team, a faulty infrastructure or business model, and unsuccessful marketing initiatives. So the core classes here that you're going to want to take and that are part of this program are these business skill sets to help you build and maintain your business, because we know you know how to actually do it. We want to help you manage the business and keep it sustainable. This degree has these 4 areas: business and management, technical elective courses, mathematics, science, humanities, social science. So that's a bachelor's degree of 121 credits, which is pretty common for most bachelor's degrees, around 120 credits. And you can see that big block of technical elective courses, 42 credits. That's where a lot of your transfer credit's going to go. And then, of course, again, if you had some community college or university credit, you're probably filling in some of the math, science, or humanities, social science courses as well. In the business and management section, it's 13 classes, 39 credits. And in this area, you can see this is the general list of classes that you'll be taking, from communications, accounting, human resource, leadership, economics, project management, financial management, marketing, legal issues. Those are the core classes that we really want you to take to help you start a business or maintain a business, if that's your interest to go into it, or if you just need some additional business classes to make you feel comfortable working in for a company. Could be a big company, could be a small company, but these areas are always important to keep the company functioning properly, besides the folks that actually are making and getting the work done that sell the business. Technical elective courses. So here, besides being the easiest thing to transfer in your elective credit from the trades programs or from ACE or military or whatever that block of transfer credit, if you don't have enough, don't worry. You can take classes from our other online construction, facilities management, cybersecurity, whatever degrees that we have out there online. You can take classes from that and use those towards completing your technical elective area. So maybe you want to have construction classes, take several of those and put them in your technical elective area. Maybe you want construction safety classes, because construction safety program is accredited by the Board of Certified Safety Professionals. There's some really good classes in there that you might want to take. Maybe you want to learn more about IT cybersecurity, take some of those classes. So this is a great area where you can really specialize where you want to have this degree focused, or transfer in all those elective credits from your work experience, trades experience, apprenticeship program. Math and science area, you can see the classes listed here. These are pretty standard math science classes that you may have already taken at a community college or university. Some of it may be transferred in for this. Otherwise, these are good foundational classes in math and science. And finally, the humanities social science, which is 7 classes in this area. Again, you may have taken some of this at another community college, university, so got it through ACE credit. You can transfer in some of it. Maybe you need to take it all from us, but this is the core requirements for humanities and social sciences. You have a couple English classes, we have writing classes, introduction to psychology, ethics. So in a business skill set, oral and written communications are always a strong area that all companies want you to have when you complete a bachelor's degree, because they realize many times you may be doing a presentation to clients, or you may be doing writing an official letter, or you may be just communicating between companies and you're the primary communicator. So oral and written communication skill sets is really highly desirable. And if you're good at that, that goes a long way when you're working in business. In the US, the educational attainment has continued to rise on degree programs. So this chart just shows you in the blue area, the percentage of growth in bachelor's degree completions across the United States. As you can see, 2018 is the last bar, continues to grow. So completion of a degree like this, the Bachelor's of Science in Professional Trades Administration, helps you grow in all those other folks who may have completed a bachelor's degree. And maybe you just want a bachelor's degree. Maybe you're looking to eventually move into management, and many of the intro management areas do require a bachelor's degree. It all is a choice of what you want to do, but this degree really allows you to take both your transfer credit from all that experience and also university coursework and combine it into a cost-effective way to transfer in your credit and complete a bachelor's degree online, so you can continue working full-time while you're working on this. And the courses here at Capital Tech on the online environment are 8-week-long courses, and the university has 6 8-week sections throughout a calendar year. So you may take more than one course in an 8-week period if you wish, but we do have 6 8-week starts a year, and you could take 6 classes a year. You could take more than that if you wanted to, but that's the way the online courses are designed from Capital Tech. An 8-week course every every 8 weeks, another one starts. So basically you continue from one to the next. It is a online course that is asynchronous, which means it's not live streamed. There may be elements of video embedded, but it is a course that you can take asynchronously based on your work, what time you need to log in and how you need to complete your work during the week. So it's very convenient for those folks that wish to do that. We also offer, if you're working for a association or a company, the university does offer partnership agreements. And at the end, you'll see my email. If your organization would like to talk to us about a partnership agreement, please send me an email. I'm happy to do so. Here on this page, you're going to see some links that are just of interest. So the first link is a link to construction salaries. It gives a broad array of different segments of the construction industry. So if you want to just go there and see what the average salaries are for the different segments, please do so. The second link is directly to the bachelor's degree in professional trades administration. And the third link is for those who may be involved with NCCR and their credentials. If you need more information from them or from us, there's a link there to NCCR. So that's kind of a brief overview of the Professional Trades Administration bachelor's degree. Remember, we can take transfer credit towards any of our degrees, both on campus or on ground, but this degree allows the maximum transferable credit. And you're always welcome to visit campus. We're located between Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, right off the Baltimore-Washington Parkway in Laurel, Maryland. We have plenty of parking if you want to come in. Make sure you schedule an appointment if you want to come on campus. And from this point, I'm going to turn it back over to our moderator, Bill Gibbs.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Sims. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you have a question, go ahead and pose it in the text chat right now, and we will answer it. We will stay. We have plenty of time. Dr. Sims has sped through this material, so we have excellent time for questions. While we're waiting, so type in your questions now, and we will answer them. While we're waiting, I wanted to mention that in a lecture I heard earlier in the week, the individual was saying that in America, there are three ways to build wealth: home ownership, the stock market, and being an entrepreneur. And as I thought about that lecture and what you just said, Dr. Sims, it makes sense to me that someone in the trade who is interested in securing their future for themselves and their family would most certainly want to consider being an entrepreneur and starting their own business. But as you mentioned, failure is a reality with a small business as well, but the failure can be based. So with this degree, that's a long preface to the question. With this degree, what are some of the courses that would ensure that a person with this degree moving into an entrepreneurial role, starting their own business, would be assured that they have the tools that they need to succeed?
I think that, the biggest challenge for folks that are good at doing their job and they want to start a company is cash flow. So the best example that I can give you is some of the small home builders who maybe we had some excellent carpenters, and a carpenter wanted to start their own home building business, and they could build because they were good at carpentry, but they started their business and then they bought the supplies to build house one, and then they started on a house two, but then they took supplies from house one and they moved it to house two because they wanted to start on it, but they weren't getting payments because their progress didn't get them the cash flow so they'd have in the bank to be able to fund house two. So they're basically financially strapped, and they may have to file bankruptcy because they weren't really worried about understanding when I need to collect money, about, how fast is that, what percentage do I need to charge the client for that house. So it's really understanding the finances of the business to keep the cash flowing, to be able to pay all your suppliers, to pay your employees. And that's where I think the strength of this program, the core of it is around accounting and finance, because, that's not the fun part. For most of us, we don't really want to do the accounting and finance part of it. We want to go out and make it happen. And so the courses here are really to supplement that skill set that many people who are good at the technical skills don't really have. But we understand that the banks want you to understand cash flow. The IRS wants you to understand cash flow. And so that's really where we're trying to help you understand that. And then the added part about legal, understanding some of the important HR issues, and marketing to help your business grow. So it's really that kernel of classes that I think are strong for those who maybe want to start their own business, don't have that experience. And that's what we really want to provide that group. Now, it's true that, for me even, I went into big construction companies when I graduated with my bachelor's degree, and I still didn't completely understand the business. My degree couldn't provide me that. So I was working, and I had to kind of learn from the other folks there what I might have missed out on. And so I think this is the great blend of this degree, is that this is going to help you understand, maybe I don't want to start a business. Maybe I don't want to own a business because I don't really want to do that part. Or maybe you're already doing it and you just need to enhance the skill set so that it's easier to keep your head afloat, especially when the market fluctuates like it does between 2008 and now, right?
Right. Now, what kind of let's say that you're not interested in starting your own business, but you're already working in a larger company where you're in a management role, which would be true of many of these people that I've met many over the years that moved directly in from a trade. They were good at what they did. They got promoted into management, but now the Peter principle begins to click in because they do not have the skill set that they need to be an effective manager. What kinds of courses would help them in, if that were the case, where they're trying to enhance their management skills but not their entrepreneurial skills?
Well, within the core, there's project management course, which is very good at enhancing skills because most of in project management, you have to understand scheduling, and that's part of project management, understanding that whole aspect of scheduling, enhancing your computer capabilities, built in these classes. You have to use spreadsheets and Word documents and maybe some industry software that enhances that skill set. And, if you don't transfer in the full technical elective array, as you can see, we have other degree programs that you can pull those classes from. Say you want to be in construction, there's an online materials and methods class. You could take that and drop it in there. Maybe you're in the safety industry, take a couple of safety classes and put it in there. So there's the ability to really kind of also curtail the program to where you may want to go in those areas, which is a positive. But actually, I was thinking, based on my experience in the construction industry, is that sometimes not having a bachelor's degree holds back folks who may be in the trades, but they want to make that leap into management, because a bachelor's degree, for some reason over the years, has become a card that you need to get into that level when you see the advertisements. So if you're working in the trades, you can transfer a bunch of credit in, and then you can get an online bachelor's degree. That already gives you that card in your pocket in case you ever want to make the jump to another industry or management, that you're like, I already have my bachelor's done. So you have that card to play when you need to.
That's a very good point. And that's true across many industries, that the bachelor's degree really is the ticket that you need to be even considered. No matter what your skill set is, without that degree, you're not going to be seriously considered for those positions. I'm looking over. I do not see any questions. I want to put one more call out. We don't want to prolong this unnecessarily, but I want to make sure that we get any questions that are out there. Again, type in your question in the text chat, and Dr. Sims will be able to answer it. We also have several of our other faculty on board, and so if there's a question that stumps Dr. Sims, which so far there hasn't been, but if there is, they can pitch in as well. All right. Let me go ahead, and we'll return to this slide, but I'm going to go ahead and cover a little bit of what's coming up with the webinar series, and then we will wrap it up, and then we'll come back to the question. Oh, actually, before I do that, I see that Sergio has asked a question. I'm in a relatively small market construction environment. Construction is a big industry here, but it is small projects here and there. Most don't have a slot for full-time management. What is the market? And I noticed earlier that Sergio had said that he's in Hagerstown, Maryland. No, that's Charles. He's in Wilmington, Delaware, excuse me.
Well, the master's degree, this isn't a degree that's focused just on construction. So it can be for any market area to enhance your skill set, so you have a bachelor's degree. So it just happens to be kind of my focus because I'm from the construction industry originally, but the degree is giving you that card that you need to maybe shift into another market outside of construction, and it depends on, obviously, if you want to take some of those electives you may take in cybersecurity, which actually roll over between IT and cyber areas, which is cyber is a huge growth area, and so. Just give you an example. So if you use your transfer credit towards our bachelor's degree in construction management and critical infrastructure, that program contains lots of IT and cyber courses, and therefore graduates from that program may actually just go in, become IT managers or cybersecurity people for companies, whether it's construction or something else. And another example is our bachelor's degree in construction safety. So it's construction safety, but all the course content is there for safety. So therefore, somebody completed that degree program, they would come out with the Board of Certified Safety Professionals Level 1 equivalent associate safety professional certification, which applies to any segment of safety industry. And those folks may go work for a state safety agency. They may go work for OSHA. They may go work for a manufacturing facility in their safety department. It just has some construction flavor to it because the industry's so big that somebody would be more familiar with it. But that degree is very broad, just like this degree program in professional trades administration. It's really to help people get into, if they want their own company or start or work into management, and because they don't have a bachelor's degree, but it's a very transferable degree, I think, across all industry segments.
All right. Thank you very much. I think what I hear you saying is that the flexibility built into this degree would allow you to craft it in the way that's going to most enhance your career, so that you can move it into the direction that you need to, staying within the framework of the professional trades, of course. Let me move ahead and talk about our next webinar. I'm really excited about this one because this is with Hayden Land. Hayden is chair of our board of trustees and a well-known cybersecurity expert. But so he's been able to bridge the gap between technology and education, and we'll talk about the future of technology and education. That's on January 15th at this time. That's a Friday at noon. I encourage you to sign up for that. Now, a link to this recording and to the slides will be sent to everybody who has registered. We have many people who registered who were not able to join us for the live session, but we'll time shift it and watch it on demand. And so watch for an email with information. A certificate of completion is available for this and all other CapTech talks. And if you would like to have a certificate of completion, just let me know. When I send out the email with the link, which will be later today or early in the morning, then just simply reply to the email with the name that you want on the certificate. I'll be happy to do that. The certificate also is available to those who watch this on demand. This does conclude the session today, and watch for this follow-up email. As I just mentioned, it'll include all the information you need, not only on getting the recording and the slides, but also on the certificate. With that, I'm looking over to see if we have any other questions. I do not. I'd like to thank everybody who's joined us today for this session. I particularly want to thank Dr. Brad Sims for this presentation, and I look forward to the growth of this program as we move forward. Thank you very much, and with this, we are officially done, and you may log out at any time.